Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I am back with my review of IDW Sonic the Hedgehog Tangle and Whisper #1. A long time coming, these are the two original characters created for IDW Sonic the Hedgehog series. They're teaming them up now in their own 4-part miniseries. Should be fun. I don't know. So without any further ado, let's get into the comic. So it starts out, Tangle's just bouncing all around the town, causing a ruckus. And immediately this left a bad taste in my mouth because I was like, oh no, this character's just gonna be insufferable, isn't she? There's nothing wrong with having hyper energetic characters, but I feel like you shouldn't have that be their entire personality. That's just me though. So she crashes into a chili dog stand because apparently no other food exists in this universe, and she gets kind of laid out, and she talks to her friend Jewel the bee, and she's like, and Jewel is like, so you're getting kind of restless, and she's like, well yeah, there's nothing to do around here, and I mean I went from saving the world to just kind of sitting around here, and she's like, so why don't you just go have adventures? And we see that one thing that I was kind of like, oh this is cool, and then they kind of swept it under the rug was that Tangle's a bit insecure because it would be her first time out on her own, and she wouldn't have Jewel to watch her back. Which I thought was interesting. But then that's quickly interrupted because Tangle checks outside because there's some commotion, and Sonic is being chased down and shot at by none other than Whisper the Wolf. What? But Sonic's a good guy and Whisper's a good guy, so how is that possible? Whoopity-doo. Although immediately you kinda get that Sonic's not on the up and up because his eyes are a weird shade of like brownish green as opposed to their normal green. So Tangle intercepts Sonic and she's like, what's going on? Why are you getting shot at? And Sonic is like, Eggman put a mind control thing in Whisper's mask and she's attacking me. Can you go beat her up for me? And she's like, yeah, sure. Basically, so she tackles her, gets her mask off, and Whisper's like, what are you doing? What? And she's like, well, I was told you have a mind control thing in your mask. She's like, no, that wasn't Sonic. And Tangle's like, what? And then Whisper puts the mask on her, which had some sort of recording device in there, and shows her a playback of Sonic with glowing black and purple eyes brandishing a knife, attempting to murder Whisper. Although, he says something cool. He says, he found out that one of the diamond cutters was still alive. And, I won't leave a job unfinished. So, I assume he is Eggman. That seems like a fair assumption to make. So that would make Whisper one of the diamond cutters. And one of them is still alive. So, if I were to piece together, and I'm sure what this is setting up, she was on some sort of team of diamond cutters. I don't know if that's was the name of the team or if it was literally a team that cut diamonds. I don't know. Eggman caught wind of this and sent this dude, and he presumably killed them all except for her. If she's the one still alive and he has to finish the job by killing her, certainly interesting. I'm interested to see where this goes. So Tangle's like, yeah, what's the deal with that guy? Why were his eyes glowing? What's with Sonic? And he's like, and Whisper's like, it wasn't Sonic. And so they go back to the jewel shop, and they talk it over and talk about how the guy is named Mimic, and he can shapeshift. So I guess that's a new original villain for IDW. And the Wisps are just bouncing around. One thing I didn't notice until looking back at this again for the review is that the laser wisp is all it's all zigzaggy around. So Jewel encourages Tangle that they should go out and go find him, and Whisper's like, no. And Tangle's like, but why? And you see this look in her eyes that she's like, 'cause everyone I know is dead, and I don't want you to die too. Is the impression I got. I mean, just based on what little we know. They're laying it on pretty thick that something bad happened to her before. So, I will say, her entire team of whatever being dead, being slaughtered by this knife-brandishing maniac who was hired by Eggman, seems a bit darker than what the IDW comics have done so far. Like, those would have been right at home at certain eras of Archie, but that's... as I said, for what the IDW comics have done so far, it's a bit further. Eventually, she agrees, or no, I don't know. The Mimic sticks a knife into the door with a note, and is like, "Come meet me, and we're gonna fight, and we're gonna finish this because I've been chasing you for too long." And Tangle's like, "Okay, well, let's go get him." And then the book ends. I liked it. I mean, I don't know. It's fine. It sets up a lot of very interesting stuff. I've said before, Whisper is my favorite of all the original IDW characters thus far. Tangle is still yet to grow on me, but I see her potential. And I'm looking forward to finding out her backstory, Whisper's backstory. This issue sets up a lot more than it pays off, because it's a first issue, obviously. This is why, for the most part, in most comics I read, I wait for the story arc to be complete. It's only because I do these reviews that I read these comics on an issue-ly basis. But, it was fine. It was, it gets the series started off on a good note. I recommend going out and getting it if this sounded good to you. I mean, I will say maybe, I'm sure there's some people who are like, Sonic character, there's too many Sonic characters. We don't need all these Sonic characters. Why? There's just Sonic and Eggman and Tails and Knuckles. That's all we need. Those people will hate this. But those people aren't really Sonic fans. I'm just gonna, bold statement. I know that, I'm sure it's gonna piss off 3 people in the comments. But, so... those people weren't reading the comics anyway. So yeah, if you've been reading the IDW comics, if you've been enjoying them, if you want to know more about these characters, you'll enjoy this. Go out, pick it up, read it, hop on board, because it seems to be going somewhere cool. Let's hope it doesn't, not. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed this issue. If you like what you see here, be sure to leave a like, subscribing, help grow the channel. I plugged this in my last comic review. I'm going to plug it again. 200 sub special, The Origin of Sonic's Powers. A theory I did. Worked really hard on it. I mean, I just... If you could go watch it, go support it, leave a comment, tell me what you think. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, anyway, so, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.